What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tay, and today we're going to talk about this court case today. The main reason it came to my attention was because it's a mother who took the stand against her daughter who murdered a man. I want to talk about the case just for the simple fact of what if you are a mom and your son or daughter did something terrible and like you get on the stand as a character witness for the prosecution. Like, that in itself is just crazy. And then, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into this video without further ado and talk about this court case and just my opinion on it. Like, I did a little bit of time and I just couldn't imagine like my mom taking a stand against me, or, oh man, but if you're in the wrong, like, I kind of get it. But let's go ahead and just get into the details of exactly what happened. So there was this dude, his name is Rahim Grant. He was a rapper and he was shot by this girl. This girl was his girlfriend or baby mother at the time. And the reasoning behind him getting shot is really unclear. The mother, she does say something while she's on stand to kind of give you a clear picture of what the case may be. Maybe it's an obsession case gone bad, but yeah, the dude, him and his girl, they got into an argument or something. She tried to initially say that the dude was beating her and it was kind of self-defense. But luckily, Rahim started recording when she started acting a little bit belligerent and he felt his life was in danger. He actually recorded his death, unfortunately. You can hear him kind of pleading for his daughter at the time, like, yo, I want to see my daughter, let me see my baby girl. But she really didn't care about none of that. He even was like, yo, like, you know you're going to go to jail for life for this. And she was like, I don't care about no jail. Like, yeah, it's crazy. But the police didn't know all of this at the time. You know, like I said, she tried to say it was self-defense.
One big box that was left to be checked off was, how do we get into Rahim's phone? Ciera was not a suspect. At this point, she was a witness.
So the police said that Rahim, he was murdered on December 29th at an apartment in Clayton County after he was shot 7 times. So the murder suspect is Ciera Harp. She was 29 at the time, the mother of his child. Obviously, I can't show you the entire footage because YouTube doesn't like that kind of violence. But if you want to do your own research and try to find the video, then you can do that yourself.
So the detectives actually called Ciera up and said, hey, we're about ready to close this case. The one thing that's left to remain, though, we'd like to get into Rahim's phone, but there's a passcode on it. Do you happen to know what that passcode is? And she gave them the passcode to get into the phone.
So think about it. She committed a murder and then she thought she got away with it. Everybody made her feel comfortable. Then they call her up. Hey, you happen to have your boyfriend's passcode to the phone? And keep in mind, when she killed him, he picked up the phone and he recorded himself, which obviously we've already talked about. She knew that he recorded himself because in the background, you hear her get mad that he's recording himself. So when the police ask you for the passcode to the phone, why would you give it to him? But anyways.
Well, the first image on the first video is Rahim's bloody face. And the first video is Rahim talking to his phone. And he says, y'all see this? This is what that bitch Ciera Harp did to me. And it's his bloody face.
Rahim, he caught it all on tape. And luckily, the police found the phone and got the information. In the video recording, you can actually hear him asking for water and just pleading to hug his daughter one last time. Yeah, it's a sad story, man. And you can kind of see why the mom eventually takes the stand. But the mom wasn't the only one to take the stand. Like, you can hear people take the stand like her aunt.
With no regards whatsoever, you murdered and you snatched Angel's dad away from her.
Her father even took the stand.
I hope God don't have mercy on your soul, as you didn't have mercy on his.
I don't even know who this lady is.
So we're asking that the court impose the maximum punishment.
Now, obviously, we know the mother of the victim is definitely going to take the stand because I know my mama going to take the stand. Somebody do something to my child, I'm going to take the stand. Like, yeah, character witnesses that you definitely need. And definitely bless her, too, because nobody likes to lose a child, man. Like, that's one of the worst things that anybody can ever go through.
You showed no mercy for my son, Ciera, and I should ask the court to show no mercy for you.
Now, this is the testimony why this video is really being made. I wanted to kind of show you a little bit of the circumstances behind it, but obviously, you know, you're a mother and you bring life into the world, like you carry that child. I don't think a man can ever really have that bond with a child like a mom can because of just that 9 months that they get to carry a child. But with that being said, obviously they can have a good relationship. I'm not saying that at all, but just the things that this lady says about her child, and just like it's your child. Like, I know if my child did something, including murder, man, like obviously whatever you did, you need to go, the punishment fits the crime. Like, obviously that's a life sentence to me personally. Death penalty in certain cases, you know, I'm not here to talk about that. I do believe in certain circumstances, like some people just, they deserve it. Like, you have mass murderers out there who's chilling in prison right now while they've ruined a lot of lives. But I'm not a politician or anything like that. But that's just my personal opinion, which I'm allowed to have. We're all allowed to have opinions, guys. But the way that she talks about her daughter, wow, it's just wow. Like, I get it, man, but again, we all walk through our shoes. We don't know what the mother had to really deal with raising that child growing up, and we also don't know what the daughter had to deal with to make her personality how it is in the household that she had to be in to make her a murderer. Like, we don't know. But all that being said, the testimony of the mom, some powerful stuff.
We, the family, asked the court to sterilize Ciera Harp to prevent any more children being born. We also asked for the highest punishment of life without parole. I know for a fact these plans did not include you, and you murdered Rahim for moving on without you. You repeatedly hurt the family, our family, and all the people who ever tried to help you. You reveled in disrespect, foolery, and ignorance. Wherever you went, chaos and trouble were sure to follow.
Wow, to me, just wow. Like, I feel like the mother is like, the daughter put a bad name on the entire family, you know, because she's taking it real hard too. Like, I mean, I get it, that's your daughter, but then again, we don't know the life lessons that the mom tried to teach the daughter, and again, we don't know the life lessons that the daughter had to go through, and the hardships that, you know, she probably had to go through as well. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Sad, man. Mom up there testifying against, and I get it. I agree. I mean, but I just feel, I don't know, man. That's such a hard subject, right? Right? I think that's why I wanted to talk about it, because to me, I feel like it's such a hard subject. I know some people will be like, man, if she did wrong, she was a murderer. Like, I get that. But this is life. Like, if your child hasn't killed somebody and you don't know what it's like, you can't really judge that situation, right? Right? And I kind of feel that way too, although we're allowed to have our opinions about any and everything. Like, I'm going to have my opinion, but I can't judge this entire situation. We know that she's a murderer, and murderers deserve a certain penalty, and the judge ruled that she did some time, you know? And I'm just going from like the family standpoint. My child does something to somebody else. Can I take the stand against my child? Or will I just have to sit back and watch whatever happens to my child happen? I hope I'm making sense. I'm not condoning anything that this woman did. Like, I'm glad she went to prison for this crime. Like, you should never kill anybody. I don't care what the circumstances. Unless you're like literally protecting somebody, you shouldn't be out there killing people. That's just my opinion. Like, sometimes, I don't know. I just remember my generation when we used to fight people. I'm not saying she should have fought him at all, but I mean, you get what I'm saying overall. But I don't know. I would have had to sit back and watch my child go through that. You know, I would have just had to, I wouldn't have took the stand, you know. I would have just had to sit back. Like, she's so much braver than I am. Is it bravery, you know, that she did that against her only child? I mean, not her only child, but one of her children. Like, that's some hard stuff, man. Like, that's hard pills to swallow. Like, I know people who are living in their house with their child and their children are doing dumb stuff, and you're like, get that stuff out my house. But we're not taking the stand against our child. Wow, what do you guys think? You know, am I way out of bounds? And in my thinking, even though I'm allowed to think like this, but it's just an interesting story altogether, you know. It's interesting. I like observing human beings, and I don't know, things come across my YouTube that's dealing with like a lot of court cases and just a bunch of randomness, and I wanted to talk about it. Another reaction video. I guess this was a popular case at some point in time. Whatever, you know, I've been locked up for 10 years, so I may be talking about a lot of stuff that's old, but it's gonna be new to me, you know what I'm saying? It's still circumstantial, because I'm sure a lot of circumstances like this isn't the only one that's ever happened before. We are creatures of habit. We even evolve in similar ways. So, crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Props to the mom, man. Again, I send blessings to the family, and wow, I'm glad the girl got caught, because we know a lot of people who, there's a lot of unsolved mysteries, put it that way. There's a lot of unsolved mysteries, so I'm glad we have one that did get solved. But my main focus on this entire video was just like taking a stance against your child. I'm not saying it was wrong at all. I'm just saying it was interesting, and I wanted to make a video about it. What's your opinion? Like, what would you do? Yeah, what would you do? Let me know. And then after you let me know, make sure that you leave a like and you comment, because that's the only way you can let me know is by commenting on the video. And then also subscribe if you're not currently subscribed. We're going to be doing a lot of different videos on this channel moving forward. Yeah, because I like talking about this video, to be honest. And I just like sharing my opinion. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what my channel is about, me sharing my opinion. Yeah, so yeah, look forward to that. Look forward to all the videos moving forward. But anyways, you will see that the two moms, they do give each other a nice embrace, and that's a beautiful thing too, you know. The two moms can come together. And then I just had a thought as I was about to end this video, like, I would probably hate the family of the one who murdered my family. Like, I would probably hate that mom. Like, you created that monster. Ooh, little too harsh? I don't know. Make sure you bless somebody today, because I promise you I'm gonna bless somebody tomorrow. At this point in time, your boy Tay, I'm out.
Meanwhile, our cameras caught Harp mouthing profanity toward her mother, which we've blurred.